cheating a video game's mechanic can be pretty fun, although it might leave you feeling like you've cheated, even if you really haven't. Sometimes it's entirely the game's fault that it's so broken and feels like you're cheating. But you're not. For this list, I will share you my top 10 game-breaking mechanics without using cheats. For this list, I have excluded items or power-ups that you receive after completing a game, as they're more rewards than something you've exploited. With that out of the way, here are the top 10. Number 10. Final Fantasy Tactics, Cidolfus Orlandeau. This guy himself is overpowered, as he has a job class that allows him access to basically all of the special sword abilities in the game. These abilities are often hard-hitting, and some can strike more than one enemy at a time. What's even better is that they don't require him to be right beside them. They can be launched a bit of a distance away, and pretty much ignore his height restrictions. It doesn't cost MP or anything like that either. It's just an ability. He does come near the end of the game, but who cares? He's awesome. Number 9. Soul Calibur 2, Cassandra's Valkyrie weapon set.
Payback! Hey!
Throughout the game, you can unlock different weapon sets for characters in order to mix it up a bit, either by having your weapon that drains health from an enemy or just hits really hard. The character Cassandra has a weapon that seems to have no flaws. The weapon ups her offense by 135% and her defense to 130%. Not only that, she regains health over time automatically, and her attacks allow for 40% of the damage to go through guards. It gets even more overpowered in Soul Calibur 3, where it has the following special abilities: increased weapon reach, increased defense power, health recovers gradually, some attacks become counters. It is her ultimate weapon, but when it comes to fighting games, there's only so much you can add.
Here I come! Yeah!
Number 8. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, Mega Rayquaza. This is the most overpowered Pokemon ever created. It has officially been banned in competitive tournaments due to its insane abilities and unfairness. Why is it so strong? Well, here are some points to consider. It does not need to hold a Mega Stone to Mega Evolve, allowing the player to give it something useful to make it even stronger. It has a move called Dragon Ascent, which is an instant killing move. Its ability Delta Stream gets rid of its flying weakness. It is tied with Mega Mewtwo for the highest base stats for any Pokemon. So there you are, the most overpowered Pokemon in the whole gaming series. Of course, you get it at the end of your game, for good reason, but after that you can rest assured that you will be murdering every Pokemon you come across. Number 7. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Parrying Chain. In Assassin's Creed 1, combat was clunky and could be hard. In Assassin's Creed 2, they helped this out and made it easier by introducing parry attacks. Then came along Brotherhood, where they gave you the ability to chain your parry attack into a murderous kill streak. Once you successfully parried one enemy's attack, you could then zip to the next enemy and instantly kill them. Then you could slip to the next one, and the next one, and it was definitely the easiest combat in the series. Number 6. Bioshock 2, Telekinesis and Spear Gun Combo. In Bioshock 2, you are given abilities that allow you to shoot lightning from your hands or fire. You also have very powerful guns that often had limited ammunition, like the spear gun, which would shoot a spear at the enemy and pin them on the wall. Now let me introduce you to the telekinesis and spear gun combination. With telekinesis, you could pull objects towards you and throw them at your enemy. This meant that you could pull out those spears you shot and throw them again with the same amount of deadly force. One spear could decimate an entire room of enemies. This allowed me to breeze through the game, taking down the Big Sisters, a tough enemy in the game, with absolute ease and only using one spear. Pretty resourceful. Number 5. Legend of Mana, Tempering the Perfect Weapon. In Legend of Mana, you can forge and temper weapons with an unimaginable amount of items that you find throughout the game. Want to smash a pumpkin into your sword and see what happens? Sure, why the hell not? If you wanted to forge a weapon of pure ownage, you could follow a long list of items in order to acquire a weapon with the absolute max amount of damage output, maximum magical essence, and all the special abilities you can think of. Of course, it came with a lot of item farming, but the result is nothing but game breaking. Look at this list. It's huge, and it isn't one line, one step. There are multiple items needed for one line of tempering, but the result is pretty sweet. Number 4. Star Ocean 3 Boots of Prowess. Crafting and any games are bound to have some extreme exploits. While not as impressive as the next entry, Star Ocean 3's item, Boots of Prowess, were insanely powerful boots when refined to their highest ability. The boots gave the player 30% increase in defense and attack power when refined to the highest level. But do you know what else you can do with these boots? You can fuse them to your weapon. Wait, you could fuse 8 boots to your weapon? Well, that's just crazy. Then you can also equip the boots as an accessory for the added bonus to your now super powerful weapon. If this is done to Fate, he will become unstoppable. Once he reaches his highest level and has all these boots on him, he cannot be damaged by any enemy in the game, not even the extremely hard extra boss Freya. Have fun! Number 3. Skyrim Alchemy Fortification Exploit. So what is better than those boots? Well, Skyrim suffered a problem that brought alchemy to its knees. What you needed was a full set of alchemy gear and the ingredients to produce a Fortify Restoration Potion. Once you make one, you go to your inventory and drink it, then unequip all of your alchemy gear and then re-equip it. The potion will increase the Fortify effect on your alchemy gear, and once you repeat this a few times, it will allow you to make godlike potions that hold an incredible amount of strength. You can then make a potion that will increase your skill of smithing to an insane amount, allowing you to power up your armor and weapons to, well, huge numbers, breaking the game entirely. Unfortunately, this has been patched, so you can't really do it anymore, but it was still cool at the time. Number 2. Final Fantasy X Breaking All Limits. Why this was allowed in the game, I don't know. Final Fantasy X made it possible to break the limits of the game through gathering certain items and creating certain skills that would override the max HP limit, strength limit, you name it. It allowed HP to go past 9,999, it allowed you to damage enemies at an astounding rate, breaking past the 9,999 cap to blast enemies with tens of thousands of damage. It's all possible in the game, and some of the ultimate weapons for characters, although tricky to secure, possess these limit breaks themselves, allowing you to blow through an already easy game and destroy the infinitely easy final boss with absolutely no problems. Number 1. Legaia 2 Tireless Ribbon. The developers must have missed the point of the combat entirely when creating this item for Legaia 2. In this game, you can produce combos that use AP points to deliver hard-hitting moves to hurt your enemies. What the Tireless Ribbon does is that it makes your AP points infinite, allowing you to do a certain set of moves called variable arts that absolutely murder any enemy. The trick to the variable arts was that they cost 80 out of your 100 AP points, but with the Tireless Ribbon, who cares? Unleash all of your attacks. You would think that the Tireless Ribbon would be a one-shot item too, right? Well, guess again. You can go to a certain accessories salesman, buy a set of ribbons, and combine them to make the Tireless Ribbon for your entire party. All you need is 1 healing ribbon and 3 winged ribbons. Combine the healing with the winged to make a muscle ribbon. Combine the muscle ribbon with the other winged ribbon to get a sagely ribbon. Then finally, combine that with the last winged ribbon to get your Tireless Ribbon. Enjoy blasting through the game with no problems whatsoever.